you missed an important meeting yesterday. Or maybe you find it very easy to misplace your things. You forgot the date to your wedding anniversary, and you're always arriving late to programs due to mistaking the timing for one with another. In general, you just don't find yourself doing the right thing in the right way. Well, somehow, you might be alone in this. Just kidding. No one is alone in anything, as there are several others suffering from disorganization just as you currently are. However, the level of disorganization of each individual might vary with certain degrees. If you are someone who is really disorganized, then you definitely are the type who finds his or herself using the word "I'm sorry" several times in one day, so much that those you say it to are already sick of it and are now completing your sentences for you. When you tell people about this disorganization in your life, the most advice they give to you is to try harder and be better. But trying harder alone isn't enough, as embodiments of disorganization like shame, anxiety, frustration, and embarrassment won't make the process easy. So apart from trying harder, what steps exactly should you try to help stay organized? Well, we are about to find out. Welcome to Thrive in Authority, and in today's video, we'll be providing you with science and research-proven tips that will help you organize your life. But before we proceed, do well to support the channel by subscribing and turning on the notifications bell. Now, let's get started. Tip number 1. Plan in advance. One of those things many people fail to understand its value is planning. Planning is an essential part of life success, and it is an act that allows you to become flexible in any situation. Making plans in advance, either for the day or for the week, will allow you to start the day working the right way and avoiding wasting valuable time making emergency decisions on important activities. Let's say a friend of yours have their birthday party by 2 p.m., and you have a business meeting by 4 p.m. Making plans for the day in advance will allow you to dedicate time for both activities without compromising on any. Planning is so important that Hirsch and Peters in 2002 research concluded that if you take 10% of the time to make plans, then you will save yourself 90% of the effort required to accomplish the defined plans. They say that if you fail to plan, you are planning to fail. This statement in all respective situations is absolutely correct. Tip number 2. Create schedules and define deadlines. If you're finding it difficult to stay organized, then one of those problems you might have is keeping up with time. To fix this problem, it is essential that you create schedules for each day. By scheduling all of your activities, you are able to assign the right amount of time to each event and execute them when needed. But that's not all. Scheduling goes a long way, but for someone who isn't so organized, how do you ensure to keep up with the things on your schedule? Well, you simply define deadlines for yourself. According to Kelly in a 2002 study, to properly and effectively make use of your time, you need to be able to predict how much time you need for each activity. Here's how it works. Think of something that you need to keep organized in your life, or a task that you need to complete. Now, write that down. Write down the time that you need to get it done, when you need to get it done, and the things that will aid you in getting it done. By creating schedules and defining deadlines, you become in control of your activities and your life. Tip number 3. Make use of the implementation intention strategy. On the journey to getting organized, there are several negatives that would be faced. In order to easily and efficiently deal with these negatives, it is beneficial that you anticipate the possible obstacles and prepare yourself to overcome them. But how then do you anticipate the possible obstacles to getting organized and respond to them rightly? Through the implementation intention strategy. According to Gulsweiser, the creator of this strategy, making plans alone won't help you achieve success in your objective, but by considering the if-then plan, you can better attain your goals while giving room for quick modifications. With implementation intentions, it becomes possible to anticipate possible changes and easily adjust to these changes without breaching the normal flow. Doing this will allow you to become more productive, confident, effective, and exceptionally better at organization. Tip number 4. Improve on your emotional intelligence. When you fail to remember your wedding anniversary, how do you think your partner will feel? When you forget your friend's birthday, how do you think your friend will feel? When you miss an opportunity due to your disorganization, how would you feel? These are all emotional responses. And by putting yourself in the position of what you or others will feel, you become more mindful and organized. According to Solovey and Mayer in a 1997 research, emotional intelligence encompasses the perception, understanding, and regulation of emotion. It oversees how you monitor your feelings and that of others, and how you use that knowledge to control your thoughts and actions. By becoming more emotionally intelligent, you see the reason to strive for better life organization, and you make the move to implement necessary changes. Tip number 5. Organize your anxieties. If you are very much aware that you are very much disorganized, then one of those things that you will suffer from is anxiety. How do I do this? How do I complete that? Was my previous action correct? These are all thoughts that will keep running through your mind. Unfortunately, becoming overly anxious doesn't play with disorganization either. Instead, you only keep making more mistakes and failing at doing things right. According to the director of the American Institute of Cognitive Therapy, Robert Leahy, it is better to put those worries of yours into writing and then dedicate time to your schedule to ruminate on those thoughts. By organizing your anxieties, you prevent them from bothering your mind, distracting you, and controlling your actions. Tip number 6. Avoid procrastination. You know what you need to do, but due to maybe laziness or overwhelming relaxation, you just don't feel like getting up or changing position to complete what's required of you. Therefore, you end up pushing forward and comforting yourself by making plans to do it at a later time. But how can you guarantee that you will do it at that later time? Procrastination is an enemy of organization, and it leads to unproductivity, poor performance, lack of control, permeation of negativity, and poor emotional intelligence. According to the research published by the Journey of Consumer Research, Rajeth and Stefan discovered that longer deadlines allow for even more procrastination. This means to avoid procrastinating, try seeing everything as very urgent, and that you need to complete them to avoid being punished. Try this while implementing the other tips as necessary, and you should start getting organized in no time. Do you love this video and would love to see more? Well then do support the channel by giving it a thumbs up. Click on the subscribe button and don't forget to turn on the notifications bell. Thanks for watching. Peace.